Scientific research has revealed two surprising problems that can cause falls in people over the age of 65. And in today's video, I'm going to reveal what those two things are and how you can fix them at home. If you don't know who I am, my name is Harlow and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And today I'm going to be revealing the two surprising things that can lead to falls in over 65s. Now I'm going to get into those things in just a minute, but before I do, I just want to let you know that the exercises I'm going to recommend in a moment are not suitable for everyone. Make sure you get checked out by your doctor before you give them a try, and if they cause you any pain, just avoid them. Anyway, let's have a look at the two surprising things that cause falls and how to fix them now. In an interesting 2021 study, researchers found that there were two surprising problems that increased risk of falls in older people. So what the researchers did is they took a load of data from people's bodies, they took measurements at their joints, and they took strength measurements from their muscles, and they followed those people around for a year, and then at the end of the year they counted how many falls those people had had and correlated the body measurement data to see what the biggest risk factors were. And they found two surprising risk factors. The first was people who had weak calves fell much more than people who had strong calves. And this makes sense if you think about it, because the calf is responsible for pushing you off as you walk. So it's responsible for plantar flexion, which is where we push the toes down into the ground and propels us forward. So people who didn't have that propulsion were probably slower, they were less stable on their feet, they weren't able to lift their legs over certain obstacles, and they were at risk of falls. So I'm going to show you how to fix this problem, which is weakness down here. We're going to do something called the heel raise, and this is a lovely exercise that you can build into your day. You can do it any time when you're waiting for the kettle to boil or when you're waiting for something to cook on the stove, because all you need to do is use your body weight and the area you're standing. So to make this exercise work, you're going to turn and face either your kitchen worktop or a wall like this, just something to keep your balance. You're going to stand nice and tall. Your feet are going to be about hip width apart, and then you're just going to push up on to your tiptoes and squeeze those calves at the top, and then very slowly bring yourself back down. Then we're going to come up again, squeeze, hold, and then slowly back down. Now, because the calves are usually quite strong muscles in comparison to other muscle groups, we do need quite a few repetitions usually to fatigue the muscle. And it's really important here that we work this muscle to fatigue, because that is what's going to make it stronger. If you just do 5 of these and then stop and you didn't really feel anything happening, it isn't going to make a massive difference to your strength, because you haven't challenged the muscle enough to make a difference. So if you can do 20 or 25 of these, that's great. But if you can do more than that in a row, we're going to do something slightly harder. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a 2 up, 1 down heel raise. And that looks like this. So we go up on 2 feet, and at the top we transfer all of our weight to one side, and then very slowly come down by lowering the heel. So again, 2 feet down, up on 2, take it away, and then down just on the 1. Again, up on 2, take it away, and then down just on 1. And this is a fantastic way to fatigue, obviously, just one calf. So at the moment, it's my right that's doing the lion's share of the work. And when the right one gets tired, we would move on to the left. So you go up on 2, take the right away, and then down just on the left. And you can see that the speed here is up quickly, transfer, and then down very slowly. So we want to take 3 seconds probably to reach the ground. 3 or 4 seconds is good. And that's because the eccentric phase of the contraction is where most of the strength gains happen. So integrating that into your day, doing it little and often, will build stronger calves in the space of just a few weeks, and that will decrease your falls risk as a result. The second surprising problem that led to an increased risk of falls in the study was a loss of big toe extension. Now, big toe extension is this movement here. So the toe is lifting up like this. That there is big toe extension. And people who had a decrease in that range of motion suffered more falls than people who had a normal big toe range of motion. And the reason for this, again, is quite simple. If you can't extend at your big toe, you can't push off when you walk because you haven't got that kind of movement where your toes end up, And you also will have trouble clearing the floor when you walk, which means you're going to be at a higher risk of tripping. So having a loss of big toe extension is not a very good thing if you want to avoid falls. Thankfully, there are exercises we can do to increase it, and I'm going to show you one of those exercises today. It's called the big toe extension mobilization. It's very easy to do at home. I'm going to show you on my right foot. All you're going to do, if you have stiffness in this movement here, we should really be able to get that kind of angle of extension with the big toe. Some people, when I see them in the clinic, they can only get to here, and that for me would correlate with a loss. And the reason it's lost is probably because of some arthritis here. So to increase it, what we're going to do is just very gently encourage the movement using our hands. So we're going to take ourselves into a bit of natural big toe extension. Then you're going to take your finger over the top and gently pull back and relax in almost a rhythmical manner like this. So we're going to pull back and relax. And what we're doing here is just going into a little bit of stiffness, not right up into pain, just to the point where we feel a restriction, and then relaxing back down. And you'll notice that if you do this for about a minute in a row, it's probably 60 repetitions if we're going at 1 second per repetition, we're going to get an increase in that angle. And then when you walk around again, you'll probably feel safer on your feet, because that little joint there is so important for walking gait that if you've lost movement there, it's really noticeable. So I would recommend doing a minute's worth of mobilization 3 or 4 times per day if you've got a stiffness problem here. And over a period of a few weeks, that will increase the movement there, and you'll be at a lower risk of falls. So those are the 2 surprising problems that lead to falls in over 65s. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, do drop a comment below, because I love to read your thoughts. Make sure you've signed up for 3 Tip Friday, my email newsletter, using the link below. And if you want to get more from me, you can pick up a copy of my book. It's called Thriving Beyond 50, and you can find it on Amazon using the link underneath this video. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll speak to you on the next video.